Oh, I think I just deleted all my footage. There we go. First fish. Little smiley. Chilling right under the dock. Don't hook me. Woo, monster. Big ol', that's PB right there. Dude, these worms are literally tied in a knot. Look at that. Worms tied in a knot. That's a better knot than anybody could actually tie on fishing line right there. It's probably stronger. See if they untangle themselves. Look at that. Isn't that nuts? Oh, right in my drink. Dang it. I'm so not cool. That other guy come from that was fishing? Like, I just looked and he's like right there. I'm like, hi, buddy.
Oh, it even has the red fins on it.
Yeah,
too.
Yeah, they're pretty actually.
Yeah. Oh, it's starting to get those stripes in. You can see that it's starting to get some stripes in.
Come fall, it'll be a lot more colorful.
That was a nice fight, though. I'm pumped on that bass.
Smallmouth fights so much harder than they just dig.
It felt like I was like, all right, here's the fish. Here's a fish that I'm gonna be able to brag about. Because it was just like it went boom, And then I was like, okay, that's a fish biting, and then it was like gone. My bobber was gone.
Like a 4 to 5 pound smallmouth is like fighting like a 12 pound steelhead.
Yeah.
Dude, they're awesome. There we go. Take it. Take it. There we go.
Gobble.
It's a little one. No, it's another little bass. Ooh. Little spitter.
So the bite is on.
Nothing huge, but you know, they're still fun. Oh, it's a beaut, 5-6 pounds, easy.
Oh, sure. You're joking about that all. I was like, when I pulled him into dude, like when he was fighting me, he put up a decent fight.
Oh yeah.
And then I pulled him, I saw his sides, and I was like, oh, Mitch is gonna be pumped because I got him another.
Kind of small. I mean, I shouldn't say small, but I probably just let him go.
Dude, that was hilarious. He was kicking it right underneath that stump right there.
Nice.
Fish this is, I was like,
Well, I wondered what you were dinking around with, because I was like, you're doing something like.
that is hilarious. That is the first catfish I've ever caught.
Yeah, there's a lot of them in here. That's like average size probably
Yeah.
in here. Like I mean, I know there's some bigger ones, but
Hey, he loved this full-size worm. Dude, he didn't hit. I saw my line go taut, and then, yeah.
Real
he kinda
slow, yeah.
But when I hooked him, bro, he was like... And
he's like not having. He's like, oh shit.
Dude, he started rolling all crazy, and then when he came to the surface, I was like, oh, look at that color, you know, like, look at that. That's a nice perch. And then, nope. I was like, this thing has whiskers on it.
That's weird. I think that's what those people were doing that were paddling out. I think they're gonna go catfishing.
Oh, really? I should have gave it to them. No, that was a nice fight.
That was cool, man. I thought you seriously had a perch, and I was like, hell, I'll take another perch. So Jonathan and I are out on the Willamette River near the mouth of the Tualatin, doing a little bass fishing and catfish, and we got some perch. But we're kind of heading back in right now. Gonna make a few more casts, but anyway, it was a pretty successful trip. I accidentally deleted GoPro footage because I had a error with the SD card, and I'm kind of new to it, so I didn't realize that reformatting it was going to delete everything. And I washed my camcorder off in the Tualatin before we ever got started, so gonna go back to the truck, let it keep drying out here, maybe check it and see if it's still gonna work. But kind of sucks because I got a brand new shotgun mic for it that I was hoping to use, and that got wet. I washed it off too, so we'll see what happens here. That thing got my worm. Okay, I'm gonna bait up one more time. These are the fish that I kept from the Willamette yesterday evening, and they have been on ice all night long, so they should still be good. These bottom three are yellow perch, and of course a smallmouth bass. And basically, I'm just going to do a little comparison. Now, years ago, I had tried these yellow perch, and they were like this size in the middle here, you know. And they were actually really tasty fish. There's not a lot of meat on them, but they're really good, clean white meat. And so when I caught this one, I was like, this is a pretty good size perch. I don't normally see them this big, and I don't, you know, I'm not an expert on perch fishing, but that, you know, that fish there is 10 inches. I don't know if you can see that, but, you know, kind of give you perspective there. And these fish here are like 8.5. So obviously, once they get over that 8-inch mark, they gain size pretty quick. Let's see, that bass is right at 12 inches, maybe just a touch under. But anyway, you'll notice in comparison in the size, if you look at the size of the tail on this smallmouth compared to the tail on the perch, you know, this is where these smallmouth, I mean, this is where they get so much of their power. I mean, they can fight so well for a fish their size, you know, especially on the lighter gear that we're using. You know, even fish this size, they're, you know, maybe like, I don't know, quarter, third of a pound or so, and they're super fun to catch. So especially if you have little kids, you know, if you can make it out there in the Willamette in a small boat or something like that, you know, just drop shotting those night crawlers, or just a chunk of night crawler, is a really effective method for catching these fish. And it's just a lot of fun, especially in the late summer like this in the evening. The fish bite really well, and it just makes it fun. So I'm going to start with the perch first. Start with the small ones here, because obviously they're going to be the harder ones to fillet. So okay, we've got the smallmouth bass and the yellow perch. A couple of eggs, just beat all-purpose flour. And one of the things that I like to do is cook my fish outside. That way it doesn't stink up the house, it doesn't make a big mess. And I like to cook on these little Coleman stoves that take the canister fuel, the butane fuel, and that way the mess stays outside. Got my vegetable oil heating up here, starting to get hot. I'm gonna go ahead and back this off a little bit. So all we're gonna do is take our fish, we're gonna run it down in the egg. Let's get a couple pieces going here. Okay, so we take our egg wash. You can coat it in flour first, but I don't think it really matters that much. Coat it in flour. And then into the grease it goes. Look at that. Ooh, I can't wait. Okay, I'm gonna say this piece right here is done. This piece. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. So just a little salt, or a lot of salt, however you like it. And then cracked pepper. That is it. So I'm going to let this other fish cook up here, and then I'm going to mix up some tartar sauce and we'll get to eating. This is my tartar sauce, and basically this is actually just some homemade relish. It's a jalapeno sweet relish, and that's just regular mayonnaise. Sorry, I'm kind of doing this one-handed because I'm actually holding the GoPro. That's just my simple recipe, and I think those are plenty done. That is my catch from yesterday. I've got a piece of smallmouth bass and the yellow perch. I got some homegrown cucumbers and tomatoes from my garden, so I got a nice little meal here. But these pieces, they're pretty small, the fish, but they're pretty nice and flaky. A little bit of tartar sauce on there. Tastes like good clean fish. It's kind of like eating crappie or bluegill. It's very good. Let's try the bass here. A little tartar sauce on there. It's just like eating fried fish. That was really good, actually. It's really good. Now, I know there's a lot of people that claim that you don't want to eat the native fish from the Willamette. I shouldn't say native, but the non-migratory fish. Because of the chemicals and, this and that that's in the water. But there is a small amount of it you could eat. I wouldn't recommend doing this every day. Besides that, fried fish is not healthy for you every day. So, as much as I would love for that to be a healthy meal, but if you did this once a month or every couple weeks, you're probably just going to be fine. If you look at the Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife's regulations, the synopsis for the fishing, there is a section in there that talks about how much fish is safe to eat from certain bodies of water that have known hazardous chemicals or metals in that body of water. I believe the Willamette is part of that. But, if you're going to eat some of these fish from time to time, I don't see where that's going to hurt. So, anyhow, get out there and catch some of these tasty little guys and cook them up for yourself, and you'll see actually just how delicious they are. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what you think, and take care. Oop.